right. So we want to be able to eat our crow, right? We want to be able to sit back and say to ourselves, okay, we got nobody else to blame but ourselves, right? I just want to be able to put that out there on wax before anybody get into the notion that I'm trying to just belittle just the Cowboys on this whole situation. But I blame our coaching staff. You got a coaching staff. Do you mean to tell me collectively you got a coaching staff that only had 2 freaking years to assemble a team to win the freaking Super Bowl? Not just any Super Bowl. Talking about taking down the evil empire, the one and only, the quote unquote Tom Brady. You got a franchise that took them down, and you talking about the Dallas Cowboys have a chance. But shout out to Philly. I'm not hating Philly. I'm not putting or denigrating the Philly. I'm not taking away anything from the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, I'm not. We can't even use the meme no more that they don't have any Super Bowls, and I understand that, right? We understand that collectively. We all understand that. But the thing is, when we try to wrap our minds around the Philadelphia Eagles got a freaking Super Bowl in this millennium, in this decade, in this time, in this zone, in this moment of time, they are running around saying that they are the Super Bowl champion, which is factual. Finally, it is factual. We understand that. And I'm talking about, it's to the point now, salute to those that's in the chat box, it's to the point now that when you try to do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results and you get in the same thing, it is called, you guys know what it is, insane. The insanity part of it, collectively speaking, is that this team, I can't even say, I'm about to say Philadelphia, but I can't say that. The Philadelphia, they are winners. They are winners. They are champs. The insanity part of it is that we all will still go out and buy our Jerry Jones hat, our quote-unquote phone to support the Cowboys Nation, because we still are diehard fans. We have the same product on the team. Now, there was a piece that my guy from the Dallas Prospect show, the Dallas Prospect website, you guys go there too as well. The link should be posted down below. You guys can go to his Facebook page. You can check out the article. The article stated that Jerry Jones is pretty much, it's beyond nepotism. It's beyond cronyism. It's something insane with Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett. It's the insanity part of it that we believe that Jason Garrett can take us to that promised land. Did you guys see those plays out there? Did you guys saw what the Philadelphia Eagles doing with their backup quarterback? Everybody, did you see the separation? I don't want to hear this where Dez Bryant can get separation. I don't want to hear this whereas Jason Witt can get separation. We caught all our players. I don't understand that. But look at the fit. Just look at the game. We can clap, clap, clap away. Matter of fact, let me put my guy up there since I see somebody clapping, because you guys know that we got the clapper in the mix. Bam, there he is in the flesh. Let me fix him up so he can look good above my head. Yeah, there you go. The insanity part of the clapping aspect of Jerry Jones puppet Jason Garrett. I want to hear the people saying, well, hey, you know, the sky's not falling, we overreacting, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, that could have been us. I mean, we have this same feeling. I want to each and one of you guys, everybody that's in the chat box, don't you kind of feel the same when the Giants won the Super Bowl? Every year that the Giants won the Super Bowl, we was right in the mix. We was the next team up on the flavor, right? We was the next team up on the flavor. But yet and still, we are so far away from that. It's ridiculous. And then we would sit back and say to ourselves, well, we can be there if this would have happened. The catch, no catch with Dez Bryant. If this would have happened or that would have happened. If Mona Lisa was a man. You know what I'm saying? That type of stupidity out there. I can't make this up, man. I'm so mad right now. I can't even fathom, man. The Philadelphia Eagles won the freaking Super Bowl. I'm losing my mind. I don't understand. I can't put this in words. I'm not hating on it. It's just the aspect of it When we saw them left for dead, they was gone when they got when they had the Chip Kelly kid. Well, the kid, not a kid, but you know, the Chip Kelly coach. We thought for sure we were gonna say, hey, this is gonna be a dumpster fire for at least 3 to 4 years tops. They changed this stuff around. I'm gonna try to keep it PG-13. You guys know what I mean. They kept this thing around. They turned this thing around within 2 years. 2 freaking years. Can you believe they turned their whole franchise around? The temperament, the way they play defense, the way they play offense. They turned this whole thing around in 2 years. One can argue and say they turned it around within 1 year. You know what I mean? They took a second-year head coach and they made him go to the Super Bowl with a sophomore quarterback, right? And we still talking about Dez can't get separation. We're still talking about old man Witt. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Oh, they done plugged him into the Pro Bowl. Kudos. Let's give him some stars. Let's put another star in his helmet. You go to his locker room. If you guys got a chance to go to the Star, or if you guys got a chance to go to the stadium, you guys go look at his locker. He got all these beautiful stars just lined out vividly. Just looking so smooth and good, and you can just say pencil him in for the Hall of Fame, right? And then we still talking about Dez Bryant. We still talking about T. Will, who can't get separation. We still talking about, oh man, Bryce Butler should have shut his mouth. He should have been a good old boy and just hush. He shouldn't be out there talking about spilling the tea. We shouldn't have him out there talking and bumping his gums and all this stuff. And we still got the coach clapping, right? And then they say, well, our own fans, it's just so funny, I can't make this up. Our own fans, we going back and forth. Dez and Dak can't pass beyond 10 yards. I mean, we don't think about, hey, let's put some pieces around the young quarterback to make this team better, right? We still got people believing that Tony Romo can play 16 weeks. We got people believing that Tony Romo would have survived the Denver Broncos game. Come on now. You guys saw how porous, how diminutive, how small, how unready Chaz Green was playing down in the trenches on that offensive line. We saw that. And when we try to make things up, right? We try to put things into another stratosphere of thoughts, and we try to say, well, Chaz Green was a 3rd round draft pick. He's supposed to be able to get things going. And then we got the pie in the sky with the Randy Gregory. I see him as Randy Gregory time. How long are we gonna let this fester, right? I can't make this up. But hey, we still on the right path, right? We're 8th overall in defense. Not to just sully and denigrate our whole entire team just to throw gasoline on the fire. But we still what? 8th overall defense, right? We know Sean Lee long in the tooth. If this draft, I'm gonna sit up straight. If this draft, if they don't draft right, if they don't get out there and get the right players, the right type of guys out there, and I ain't talking about Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett, right type of guys. If they mess this draft up, I'm talking to everybody out there in the Mecca. If we drop the ball on this draft right here, buddy, because the thing is with Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett, the thing is with them two friends. With them two friends, with those two guys, right? The pieces got to be put in place. There's no room for no mistakes. It's not even an ounce, a small segment, a fragment. It's not even this room for a mistake, because Jason Garrett proved to us for many years that he cannot coach this team in a pinch when it's time to make an adjustment. That's just what it is. Let me just read a few. Trent Difford got a ring. Yes, he did. Trent Difford had a world star defense too as well. That's something that we don't have. I understand that. Great value bleach. That's that Walmart special, baby. What's gonna happen to Nick Foles next year? He's finna get paid. Nick Foles finna get some money. He finna open up to somebody's wallet. I can see him going to the Jags, maybe the Denver Broncos, or low key he might go to the Chiefs. Who knows? He's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. Quality, not quantity. Italian Cowboys, salute to you. Yeah, we need to get some type of quality. Chris, watch. Hey, what we watching? We need defense. Tyler, hey, defense wins the game. When that Graham kid made Brady fumble, it was just like, okay, eventually good defense eventually gonna step up. You can't blame the refs. The refs called a good game. The only thing that was questionable, and I hate to bring this up since 2014, that catch no catch type of situation. We saw Zach Ertz extend the ball across the line, and hey, he made a football move, and I don't know why they even reviewing it. I do know that all plays have to be reviewed and things of that nature, but we understand this football thing is getting on our nerves with these little reviews. It's just crazy in a sense, right? Nick Foles to the Bills. He might go. He might go. Too much cheating. This is from the Starboy 50. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Cynthia Moore. I hope I said your name right. Joe Montana was sucking the Cowboys with. was suck with the Cowboys. Hey, here's what it is with Joe Montana. You know, if I've been saying for the last two to 3, 4 weeks. That Joe Montana never stretched the ball down the field. It was a West Coast offense. There's a lot of dink and dunking. So maybe we draft a guy that can run sharp, crisp routes. We already got our running back, the guy that can pretty much run any play out there on the field. Hopefully he stay out of the news. Hopefully he find him one woman and be satisfied and just be done with that. I do know the kid is young. He want to sort his royal oats. I understand that part of it. But it's just one of those things where we got to figure out a way to elevate this team collectively. None of the shenanigans off the field. We got to figure out something. Got to figure out something. T.O. finally elected to the Hall of Fame. Did he get in? Did T.O. get in? Did Randy Moss get in? Because I haven't been following the news. I've been watching everything else. John Brown, free agency. Hurst, number 19. Washington at 38. I mean, that would be a nice little pickup. I mean, we got to figure out something. Salute to you guys telling me that T.O. made it to the Hall of Fame. A long time overdue. This guy should have been first ballot all the way, man. Number 3 overall. The thing is with T.O., I do know that he never hold back his tongue. He spoke what was on his mind. That's the essence of a true man. You know, speak what's on your mind. Don't hold things back. If you got that fire, spit it. You know, put it out there on the wax. Let it be known that you're not really to fold up like a cheap tent or folding lawn chair or something like that. Let them know that you want to get out what you want to get out to the masses. Earl Thomas himself. I want Earl Thomas so bad. But, hey, looking back at the Super Bowl, how the Eagles won the Super Bowl, it's because they made the right movements, right? And I've been saying, hey, when Alshon Jeffries was out there, I can quite vividly hear a lot of people saying that he can't get separation. I heard a lot of people from the Cowboys Nation saying he can't get separation. He can't get separation. The one thing that you got to put out of the mindset of what Al Jefferson can do, or whatever the kid name from South Carolina, he catches the ball with his hands. He has these long rangy arms that he catch the ball when it touches hands. The thing is with number 13, I forgot his name, Aguilar or something like that for the Eagles. Yes, when he had the other quarterback, well, last year, because, you know, he was still a good high prospect out there to the draft. But the thing is, he ran good routes. The only thing that he had to work on off season was catching the ball with his hands. You got 2 speed guys, you know, number 80 Smith, 82. I say 80 Smith. Y'all heard it? 80 Smith. Torrey Smith, 82. Burner, fast, run crisp, clean routes. Now, is he a strong hand? Is he a sure hand guy? No, but he's a strong route runner. That's what route runners can do for you. And the thing that opened up everything for the Philadelphia Eagles, Zach Ertz. Put that in your mind. Stretch the field vertically on 3rd and long. catches the ball out in the flat, run beyond the sticks, not getting false starts, not doing crazy things, not holding when it's time to block, is a better inline blocker, can block out in space. He has that type of tenacity. He has that type of temperament to get open, separation. Those are things that is how you win the game. And then you have a committee. You have nobody who's bigger than the other person. You got nobody out there crying, talking about why is he running the ball or why I'm not getting the ball. That's how you win in the National Football League. Did you see anybody out there crying, talking about we running the ball too much? Did you hear the running backs crying that we passing the ball too much? No. You got everybody hand in the bag of mix. And look, this was a trail mix type of defense, trail mix type of offense. I'm talking about the type of nuts that you eat, right? The multiple nuts that you reach in, you close your eyes, you never know what flavor you're getting. That's what the Philadelphia Eagles did. That's the best analogy I can give out there for you guys. Look, they went out and got a AJ Ajayi, however you say the man's name. They went out and got a Garrett Blunt. That's GM movement, baby. We all know that. We know that Jerry Jones is not getting out there burning the midnight oil watching film, burning the midnight oil seeing who he can pick up to help this team elevate to the next level. We know that. The guy's what? Somebody post Jerry Jones' age down in the box. Let me know how old this cat is, because we know for sure he's not watching film. We know he's not evaluating players. Yes, he got money, billions of dollars out there, and he can put people in places to do those things. But it's different when you had a title out there and you're doing it yourself. That means instead of taking 2 hours, you're going to put 3 to 4 hours in there. Instead of going home at night to your beautiful wife, you're sitting there saying, baby, I got to watch this extra game film so I cannot get fired the next week. You know what I mean? That's what a GM does. He elevates the whole entire team. He goes and look at every player line by line, precept upon precept. That's like a Bible verse or something like that. But that's what Jerry Jones is supposed to be doing, but he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Garrett, he's not doing it. He should have been on the hot seat 2 weeks ago, or 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But we don't put him in the hot seat, and then he don't be able to say, hey, if I don't call this play right, or if I don't make this right substitution, or if I don't sit down and slap the player that's in his face and get into the mind of the player and say, hey, you drop that ball again, I'm gonna put your butt on the bench. I was going to say something else. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Salute to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning a Super Bowl. Congratulations. Hey, you still got to look up. You still got to look up. We can still say that for right now. But we never know what type of run. Salute to the guy who tattooed. He went and got his shoulder all tattooed with Philadelphia trash. Philadelphia ink all over him, talking about they gonna win the Super Bowl. That brother is Nostradamus. They won the Super Bowl. Now the thing is, on his tattoo, I'm not gonna let him go scot-free. He did had on that trash with the Philadelphia Eagles winning all the Super Bowls. He did had on there, we're gonna win 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. So he did had all those other years on there. So hey, if Ezekiel Elliott can get his mind right and stay focus. Don't chase the legs. Zeke, don't chase the legs. If Ezekiel Elliott don't chase the legs, play a full 16 weeks, we do know we need to find us somebody else. Somebody else need to go find another linebacker that can play 16 weeks. I hate to say it, but we got to figure out a way. We got to figure out a way. Oh, Zeke is the offensive key. Yes, indeed. Joe, yes, what's up? Jackie, hey, Jackie, what's going on? Salute to you too as well. Always on the show, always showing love. I appreciate that. Get you a Cowboys tat, Law. If I get anything, it's gonna be fire Jason Garrett. Just all over my shoulder. Fire Jason Garrett right now. You know what I mean? That's what I would get. Oh man, I tell him, put him in some type of strip or something, you know. But it is what it is. It's one of those things. Draft Dayron Payne, Starboy number 50. That would be, hey, Starboard number 50, you're not Sean Lee, are you? You're not Sean Lee up in the chat room talking about, hey, if you draft Deron Payne, they'll allow me to run free so I can get to the quarterback, so I can get to the running back out in the flats, so I can play clean and I can stay 16 weeks. You're not Jay. You're not Sean Lee, are you? MJ Garrett. Hey, the capologist. The clapologist. Yes, yes, yes. That's what all we getting from here. All right, so I'm from the future. I know you telegraphed this already. You already knew that the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl. Who in the hell going to win the Super Bowl next year? Please tell me. I'm sitting here ready. I learned somebody smart gonna say, not the damn Cowboys. I know somebody gonna say that. But hey, we need to figure out something. I'm gonna say it again so that everybody, shout out to the Italian Cowboy too as well, L Train 45 and Jesse P and MJ Terrence, salute to you too as well. The thing is, you know, we sit back and we think how far or how close we are. You know, one can argue and say we somewhere in between, right? Somewhere in the land of, maybe if Ezekiel had played every game, maybe, and I just say maybe, we will be what, 11-5, maybe he'd be a +2 games, right? Some would argue and say, well, maybe, you know, 12-4, who knows, you know. So if you have all these corrections out there and you figure out who in the world do I need to get to elevate this team altogether, right? I would tell you right now, but let's just do this right quick so that everybody know who we're talking about. That's the nation talking. All right, so I just want to be able to clear my mind and train of thought. So what we need to do out here, basically, is get somebody that can take the top off the defense, right? Somebody that can clear the way for Ezekiel Elliott, of course, too, as well. That would escape they would escape the extra guy down in the box. They'll create more threat of the tight end going up the seam. Somebody that can take the top off the defense. If sometimes you can have to use that as a decoy, and when you don't use that as a decoy, you have the same situation that we had last year: crowding of the box, thinking that your quarterback can't pass beyond. Sometimes it's not about the art of the receiver catching the ball. Sometimes it's the art of the receiver have the ability to get the separation to embarrass you. And when you don't have that, nobody on the board that can do that, then you can crowd the box, you can play differently. And the thing is, when you saw the craftiness and the way they aggressively tacked the ball down the field with Philly, the thing is with Bill Belichick defense, they do have a vulnerable side to them. They couldn't stop the run. And when I'm sitting there at the game, I'm sitting like, oh my God, if Zeke was out there, oh my God. You know what I mean? Zeke would have been able to eat them up alive. They fly out to the ball so well in their pursuit. I'm talking about the Patriots. Patriots flies out to the ball like no other. And when they get them going east and west instead of north and south towards the ball, it was amazing, you know. So there was all craftiness about the coaching staff, understanding the temperament of the game. I watched the game from the start to the beginning, and when they did the little small kick, right? Hear me out. When they did the little shuttle kick, the last play of the game, like minute 53 seconds left on the clock. When they did that, I said, okay, why would they do that? And the little short kick, and then New England Patriots shot themselves in the foot by trying to reverse kick it off. They could have just kept it with the Lewis kicker, who is faster than the Burkhead kid anyhow. Because I saw Burkhead got caught from behind on another play anyway. And they did that. I'm sitting there like, oh, wow. The thing is with that is that it took time off the clock. They were the only team smart enough, beyond the Seattle Seahawks, beyond the Atlanta Falcons, when they had the lead, they ran the ball. and you saw LeGarrette Blount get out there. The blunt, he was hitting them blunts, boy. And you saw Jahi, whatever you say his name. And you saw number 30. Number 30 was the Lance Dunbar of their team. You know how we utilize Lance Dunbar, or try to use Lance Dunbar when he was healthy. They utilized this kid in a sense where he stretched the field vertically, catches the ball when it was thrown to him, then drop. Just time for him to get out to the edge. He did that. Everybody played in unison. Everybody was hungry. There were dogs out there. They were saying, hey, I'm ready to eat. Where the food at? That's what Philly did. They gave New England Patriots their lunch. They took their lunch. They gave them the lunch, and they took it from them. Said, give me the lunch back. You don't want to do with this much. You don't want to eat this much food. I want to eat your food. That is what Philly did for them. They took their lunch. And hey, if it wasn't for that miraculous interception by number 30 on the New England Patriots team, they would have won by 2 touchdowns. They put up 40-something plus points on the New England Patriots. Not saying that their defense is world class, but they put up 30 points just by playing their style of defense, their style of offense, and didn't follow around with it. They said, okay, we got a good running back. We're in the red zone. We're going to try to run them. We got a receiver that can catch, who's 6'9" almost, who can reach out to the heavens. I'm going to throw him the ball high. It don't have to be right on the money. And then you guys saw separation out there, but we don't get separation when we play. You see what I'm saying? We got the same type of attributes to get out there and draft players who can give separation. We saw separation. We didn't see a guy that when he passed the ball to him, it was another guy on his shoulder talking about, hey man, what you doing for lunch afternoon? You know, hey man, where you taking your wife for Valentine's Day? We didn't see that. We saw a guy that had separation. It was just separation out there. So what we got in the 7 pass rushers, yeah. And salute to Malcolm Jenkins too as well. Boy, that man, God, dog, that man's a beast, man. Another free agency acquisition. I know that was many years ago, but hey, I'm just gonna give Philly the credit, as much credit as I can find. Darby, free agent acquisition. Was Darby a free agent acquisition or a trade? Straight up, guys, let me know. Jeffries, free agent acquisition, right? Or off-season move. Ajayi, off-season move. Blunt, off-season move. Foles, off-season moves. Off-season moves. These guys was put into the mix, and they make. Oh my God, I forgot about Long. He was sealing off and covering the edge. Off-season move. Everybody played to the tune, and I'm talking about they didn't go out there and broke the bank and all this stuff and getting these guys. They didn't go out to the pockets and say, well, you know, we're going to spend $50 million. No, they didn't do that. They didn't get these guys what Ajayi was, a 4th or 5th round pick. All these compensatory picks that we're going to have for this draft, all them picks. We caught our players so much when we fall in love with these picks with numbers. I forgot what draft it was. I think it was 2011 or 2012. We had like 15, 16, 30,000 picks out there, draft picks, and we wanted to keep all of them. Shout out to Wilson Dolerin. What's that? I can't see in my eyes. You guys gotta excuse my vision. I don't have my glasses on. But the thing is, I can see your last name though, Wilson. Appreciate it. They got that kid for a 4th round. You mean to tell me that we couldn't reach in our pocket for a 4th round pick to get the A-Train or whatever his name is, Ajayi? You mean to tell me we couldn't just reach in our pocket and do that? A 4th round pick when you know you had the cloud hovering over your head with Ezekiel Elliott. But we want things to be comfortable with our players. We don't want to turn up the heat on anybody. We don't want to say, okay, your productivity is low at this time. Your challenge, your position, the position and the skill set that you plan for, right? We gonna have to have a full-fledged battle for this. There's no way that anybody I'm gonna say this. If anybody can say this in the chat box, from our eyes. We didn't see everything out there, but we know for sure that T. Will did not beat out Bryce Butler. Come on, man. Can anybody say that T. Will beat out Bryce Butler this year? Because I can tell you right now, T. Will was responsible for 2 pick sixes. He didn't score a touchdown this year, but he was contributing to touchdowns, if you know what I mean. Can anybody out there tell me from their eyes who had more chances of seeing the practice? From our eyes, we don't even get a chance to see the full clip. We only see a piece of it. We want to see a piece of the clips out there. And from the little small notion of the knowledge that we have, the minute thought track that we have of players, we know that T. Will was damn sure not the second wide receiver out there on the charts. We knew for a fact that there was with all shot of a doubt, that T. Will had no dealings to being out there. But yet and still, we saw T. Will out there. And hey, trust me, I'm cool with T. Will. You know, I like T. Will. I like what he brings out there to the team. But let's just have a face-to-face conversation over a cup of coffee and just talk to just real talk to everybody out there and say, hey, we know that T. Will was number 2 receiver. That's just the same old mundane thing over and over and over again. Earl Thomas coming to Dallas. I hope, I pray, man. Stop tickling me, man. Excuse the language, but I'm mad. Yeah, DJ Cobbs, man, everybody got a right to be mad in this box. I don't want you to be in the room. I don't want you to post nothing if you're not mad. If you're happy, you thinking that, okay, I'm sipping on this Kool-Aid and everything is gonna be all right. We okay, we fantastic. Hey, it was just the fact that Ezekiel Elliott wasn't out there all last year. Everything's gonna be okay. We was 9-7. We're gonna be okay next year. We're gonna get out there. Everybody, the offensive line is gonna be great. There's no troubles gonna be out there. Dez Bryant just had a setback. It was a second-year quarterback. We understand that. So this is 3rd year now. It's okay. Just grab me a cup of coffee. I'm going back to the coffee. Grab me a cup of coffee. We're gonna go over the plays again, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. You know, I got validations and parking passes. I got suites and I got everything nice. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. Fickle fan base, we on Dak Prescott. I just can't stand it. All right, so the thing is with Dak Prescott, Dakota Rain, I think I said his name, Dakota Rain Prescott, right? The thing is with that, Bill Parcells says it takes 3 years before you can make a true evaluation of a player. Now, he wasn't talking about collectively to a quarterback, because normally a quarterback takes time. I'm not trying to buy this kid any more time. I love Dak Prescott. I did a video, and I know I got a whole lot of flack about the 20 yards or more video, because I was going to do a real in-depth film breakdown, and it just wouldn't been natural for me. So I just thought I just put my essence out there on film, you know, put my thoughts on what Dak Prescott and the Fickle fans need to understand, right? So on Facebook and YouTube world and Twitch too as well, put that video out. I got a lot of heat and feedback on stuff. You know, even people like even death threats, believe it or not. Those keyboard thugs, you know what I mean? You know, I'm feeling like Tupac. My body be punished for thug living. Hands on the straps of praying, so Father, please forgive me. Police be rushing, looking when they see me. I flaunted America's Most Wanted live on TV like pleasure and pain. I'm stuck in this game. Holler my name, we all gonna die. We bleed through simple veins. You know, I thought about Tupac at that time. You know, I was gonna bring it all the way down, but I ain't gonna do that. But neither here nor there. The thing is with the Fickle fan base, most of these guys, they don't even look at football. They don't even watch football. They watch the pundits and the critics on TV. So that's how you get the verbiage and the language that Stephen A spits out on ESPN and Fake Take and Undisputed. They put all of this stuff out there, and you guys reverb it back to us. People that sit back and watch the film, look at the tape, dissect the tape, also make love to the tape almost, just because we so much into the tape. We sitting there looking at the tape, we grinding, we shining, we looking down, we breaking down everything to a 9-0 bite. We breaking it down like 400 pounds. We doing everything we can, looking at the tape, and we see the things that the team need to improve on. But somebody who just probably on a lunch break, take 5 to 10 minutes looking at Stephen A. Smith beating on the desk, Skip Bayless, and they saying, oh, that's what the Cowboys is about. You know, that is what's going on with the nation. And then they go back and they come back to me with laws that, hey, this is what's going on. This is what needs to be done. You listen to thoughts from Stephen A. Smith, and you listen to verbiage from Skip Bayless and what's the other guy name? Skip. That guy, I forgot his name, Shannon Sharp, Shannon whatever, you know. You guys listen to him talk back and forth about this and that. They don't even break down the tape. They don't look at the tape. They got somebody in their ear feeding them information saying, okay, Dak Prescott percentages is 6'4", blah, 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 6.2 percentage rate, blase, blase. And they highlight the mistakes and they gloss over the good things. They gloss over the growth. And that's the problem that we having out there with the nation, because we are the most visible franchise. I guarantee you this week, I promise you, I bet my dollar on it. I ain't gonna bet my house, but I bet my dollar on it. There's gonna be at least, I would say at least minimum 3 takes on the Cowboys, although the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, and although the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl, there's going to be at least a minimum of 3 takes on the Cowboys this week coming up. It's going to be a talk track about, can Dak Prescott be the next person to win the Super Bowl? You know, can Dez Bryant have an upcoming year? Or does Dez Bryant need to be gone? You know, they're going to have all of these headlines, and everybody's going to be stuck to their seat. Hey, Cowboys, you know, Cowboys, you know, they talking Cowboys, you know, and that's just what it is, you know, and that's just the fact. That's the hard truth versus the comfortable lie, and that's what the ESPNs of the world and the Skip Bayless gonna say everything positive about the Cowboys, and Shannon Sharp's gonna say everything negative, even though if you don't even believe it, and I love the way Stephen A. just kind of like flipped the game. Stephen A. would talk trash about the Cowboys. He would talk trash about the player. But when the player come on the studio and, you know, they all button up and he say, hey, I love you. You my brother. I love you. It's just those fans I can't stand. You know what I mean? And watch, come Monday morning tomorrow, he's going to have all on the Eagles stuff. He's going to say and bloviate how he's from Philly. He's going to have the Eagles jersey on. He's probably going to sing the song Fly, Eagles Fly. But we do know that he's a Giants fan. He's an Eagles fan. He's a Steelers fan. He's a fan of anybody that beats the Cowboys fan. So that's just what it is. Yep, Skip. DJ Cobbs. Yep, Skip. That's Shannon Sharp, man. So I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about this. But the thing is, what we need to do, looking back at the tape, I'm going back to Philly. Going back at Philly. They had a tight end that can catch the ball when it's needed, who ran the ball beyond 10 yards. I'm not saying that we need to get rid of Jason Witten, but I'm saying that we probably need to take a look at getting rid of Jason Witten. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not going to give you guys a comfortable lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to tell you the cold, hard truth. Jason Witten is a liability out there. My guy Sean Lee is a liability out there. We just going to have to just figure out something to get this ball moving. You know, Dak Friendly will be a vertical tight end who can stretch the field. Rico is just not there. There's so many things when you're talking about the tight end that you have to know out there on the field. That's just the thing, man. I'm not trying to throw hate and spit harmful things out there, but it's just how it is, man. We going back and forth about this. Hey, man, he's all reliable. He's reliable. He's reliable to a default. You know what I mean? Oh, man, it's just one of those things, man. Oh, man, hey, guys don't like the who that Tiny Cowboy. You don't like the picture, man. You don't like the picture. It's JG, man. He's gonna be here for a while, man. But hey, let me see if I can get rid of him for you. I know he could be a noose and annoying guy. Let me see if I can find that clip. There you go. Bam. Let me see what I can do. Either sword. Oh, I don't want that up there. Let me see what else I can put up there. What else we can put up there? There you go. That's pretty, right? Star. The star that's in the minds of everybody's thoughts. All right, so what's a horrible Super Bowl? But the Eagles showed Jerry Jones how to win. Crying shame. Yeah. The thing is with this, it was either you have Tom Brady to get his 6th ring. We know we'll never hear the end of that, because I remember vividly a video I did before. I had a Patriots fan to jump in and say, you know what? My organization is better than yours because of the simple strength. My organization, Tom Brady had 5 rings by himself, which equates to your 5 rings that your organization have complete. You know what I mean? So I was sitting here like, okay, cool. Who's the quarterback before Tom Brady? He was like, you know. So half of these guys, they're just floating around, bloviating by the team that they really don't follow like that. You know what I mean? We can go all the way back history. We know our team. We know we know Lance Lenore. We know the Brian Brown kid that's on the team. We know the smallest guy that's on the team. We probably know the guy that run the water out to the guys. You know, the Jones kids. You know, we know the players that's on our team. We know everybody from A to Z. Even when Dan Skipper got cut, I had a few fans out there. I said fans, a few fans out there who were saying, "No, don't get rid of him." You know what I mean? So it was so many things that comes to mind when you're talking about the bandwagon fans, you know. But the problem is we do have a lot of bandwagon fans on our team too as well. I mean, I'm in Dallas now. I see more and more people. I got a vivid memory. I'm sitting like, dog, did you had a Cowboy jersey on the other day? Now you wearing the Eagles jersey? What's up with that? Oh man, you know, I just like the jersey. I like the player. I'm like, nah, dog, nah. You can't put me to put anything green on. You know what I mean? I can't wear no bird. If I put an Eagles hat on, the eagle would flip upside down. You know what I mean? The eagle will croak. You'll look up, he'll be the Kentucky Fried Chicken up there on my head. You know, that's just how it goes, man. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, a lot of people, DJ Cobbs, like to follow the hype. Virginia Finest, those are bandwagon fans. Yeah, so some people, you know, the essence of football have changed. I must admit, I talked to my brother the other day about it. You know, we deep ingrained football guys. You know, the thing is, football changed so much because of the fantasy, you know, and the internet. You know, I don't say internet, the internet. You know. Football changed that much because now, let's say for instance, a Vita Vea, right, or a D-Ron Payne. These guys are not going to be guys that can go out there and grab 13, 14, 15 sacks, right? So the essence of a nose tackle or a guy that played the 1 or the 2 or the 3 tech, what have you, play the A or the B gap, those guys are not quote unquote sexy draft picks, you know. So people are going to look at that like, you know, we should get a Calvin Ridley. Because they're looking at fantasy points. They're looking at the fantasy hype of things, right? Or we should go out with the 1st round pick. We should go grab a Christian Kirk because he's explosive, you know. So we don't look at the full picture of things, you know. Low key, the best thing the Cowboys can do, real talk, is to get a defensive guy. If not, if you want to lean towards offense, then you go get a guard or a tackle out there. And it's not sexy. You know, I understand that. You know, we did that before with Travis Frederick. We did that with Zach Martin. We did that with the other offensive lineman that we drafted. So if you don't go out there and get those pieces, then you won't have the quote unquote sustainability with your offensive line, which what we need. What's good? Jason got to go after tonight. Yeah, Jason got to go after tonight. Yeah. What's good? Yeah, Christian. Shout out to Christian Carter, for the donation to help grow the nation. The thing is with that, we don't have no force to stop Jason Garrett or to stop Jason Garrett's boss, Jerry Jones. We have no force. We have no factor in the matter. The only way we can change that, if you decide to say, hey, come week 1, we're not going to the game. We're gonna protest. We're not gonna go to the game. Not saying take a knee or anything. I don't want you guys to open up that can of worms. But we're not gonna go to the game. We're not gonna buy merchandise and paraphernalia of Cowboy stuff. We're not gonna go out there and support the team, which we know that that's never gonna happen because, hell, I'm an addict, man. I'm like this. I'm scratching for football right now. I'm scratching for it, man. I want to go out there and watch the Cowboys play. I love the Cowboys. I can't. It's kind of like this relationship that me and my Cowboys got, you know what I mean? And I know some of y'all who die hard feeling the same way like I do. It's kind of like having that crackhead uncle that you know for sure you need to stay, he need to get gone. But you just say, you know what, I'm going to give Uncle Leroy one more chance, And then you end up putting them in your house, and then your PlayStation 4 gone, your CDs and DVDs gone. And you like, dog, he even stole the TD Jakes tape? What he doing stealing the TD Jakes tape, man? But he would steal everything from you. And you would take her back in loving arms, when he knock on the door and say, hey, I repent, I'm clean, And then you say, okay, all right, come on in. That's what our Cowboys fans, that's what we do, man. The true fans out there, man, we'll say, man, I can't stand Jerry Jones. I can't stand Jason Garrett. But come off season during Oxnard, we're going to be out there suited and booted talking about, how about them Cowboys, man? And you guys know I'm telling the truth. You guys know, I'm talking to you right there. And you over there too as well. Get off the couch. Stop eating the Doritos and stop eating all the quesadillas. And you know what I'm talking about. You know I'm telling the truth. We're gonna be the same ones to get into the. Cause we still, regardless of how anybody look at it, we still gonna pump our chests out. We know the Eagles, the trash organization that they are. I'm gonna say it. I'm not scared of the Eagles fans. We know what they gonna say. Fly Eagles fly. We giving a congratulations now. But we would still say we run the East, because last time we checked, we got 5. Nobody's close to it but the Giants. So sit back. You're still at the bottom. You're still a baby. You just got your first one. We understand you're proud and happy, but here's wait a minute. Here's the seat. Sit on Daddy's lap. Daddy's talking to you now. Get you another one. Then we might can open up a conversation with you. We know we're gonna talk that flavor right there to him. You know what I mean? We're gonna. Ryan said, "Ring Eagles, ring, rig." Rig said, "Rig Eagles, rig." We know, but we gonna still tell the Eagles Nation, sit on. I might even put my Barry White voice on. It's Daddy talking to you. Sit down. Sit right here. Because we know who's on top, right? You're still looking up, But it's one of those things. They do have a high ceiling. They do have a high promise. Because they just won the freaking Super Bowl with their backup quarterback, missing the linebacking, missing the offensive guy, missing somebody else, missing Tupac, they're missing Biggie. They missing a whole lot of people on their line, and they still was able to win. You know what I mean? But you can still sit on Daddy's lap, sit right here. You might learn something, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, 40. All right, so let me see what I got. Let's move it on. The Heart of Gaia. Move it on to this one. Yes. Y'all know y'all like that, right? That's that music you just be like victorious, you know what I mean? Because we're going to be victorious. The worm will turn, right? Let me turn it down a little bit. This is the god of war, for the gods of Olympus has abandoned me. The football gods, right? They have abandoned me. All right, so I'm trying to read the little comment here. Okay, all right. Defense plays not to lose. That aspect of it, who you referring to? Who plays not to lose? This is what I'm gonna do this week. This week. Maybe Wednesday. I have a live podcast with my guy Kirby from the Derek. I meant to say from the prospect show. We're gonna talk about a few prospects. We're gonna have another guest host on too as well. This week, I know. Hey, I feel you, Italian Cowboy. I'm sick too. Jason G. Hey, that ain't Jason Garrett. That G. That G don't stand for Jason Garrett, does it? 4 more years. It does stand for Jason Garrett. My God, man, change that icon, man. But it's all good because I'll be the first one. Jason Garrett win the Super Bowl. I'll be like, oh yeah. But you know, it's kind of going. I don't know if he can make the adjustments though. This week, I lost my train of thought. This week, I'm gonna try to have a call-in segment, whereas you guys can voice your opinion, your thoughts, your soul, your mind into this thing. You know what I mean? So that it just won't be me blapping off at the mouth about some nonsense stuff. You know what I mean? That we all can get into the mix. I can hear your thoughts. You know what I mean? James Washington. Oh man, look at this point, I don't care what a James Washington can do for us. I'm just tired of I'm tired of that school being on our team. You know what I mean? We had the Randall. What was Randall's last name? John Randall, Dez Bryant. I mean, these guys, man, my God, man, I'm just tired of those guys, you know. Hey, not saying trying to sully or denigrate Dez Bryant, because I do know I'm going to get that too as well. But the thing is with Dez Bryant, I lost a little bit in Dez Bryant when he started tickling players on the sideline. I'm a man of a man, you know. I'm a man of man, you know what I mean? You just don't tickle another man. I don't care what time or what flavor it is. It's just one of those things where I want you to be a dog nasty type of guy that just looking through the heart and mind through the eyes of your opposition and say, hey, I don't care if we don't play on the same side of the ball, but I'm not finna tickle another grown man. I'm not finna do that. And that's when I lost a little bit of I'm not gonna say respect, because I still respect the kid, but I lost a little bit of edge from the kid, you know. All right, so have a good night. Thanks for the work you put in. Carter, man, thank you for the donation to help grow the nation, man. I appreciate that. Salute to you and your family. Salute to the nation too as well, Cowboys Nation that is. Thank you for the donations. Got any other question you want to ask? You know, I can throw that out there too as well, since you're putting the money in, you know. But the thing is, that's what I'm having a little problem with Dez Bryant. And also with the Seattle Seahawks game, when he was crying on the sideline, and then when he finally got the ball, he fumbled the ball, you know. It's just one of those things where I'm sitting there like, come on, Dez. Woosa, 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 woosa. But you don't tickle another man, though. And I did post a game. If you guys have yet to see the game, go back to 2015 and go watch the game. Bring that report back to me. Let me know what type of game, what type of ball that Dez Bryant played out there on the field. And let me know. And that was with number 9, you know. not trying to talk about Dez, but just come back, bring that report back to me from 2015. We know he got injured that game, but still bring that back to me. Bring back the full study from 2015, that game right there, and let me know how he played with Tony Romes. You know, let me know what type of effort, what type of temperament he had out there, and what kind of hands he had out there too as well. That was 2015. It's gonna be next year's gonna be 2019. So you guys let me know. All right, so let me know. All right, so I'm gonna read through the highlights of everybody that's in the chat box. Jackie, we didn't have anyone enough. Ball excuses. What is this? Let me see if I can do this. So pretty much you're saying that trust their job, trusting the people that's out there on your job, basically. There's so many things, there's so many levels when you're talking about trust, right? And by you being the lady of the house, or the lady of the hour, the lady of the chat box, we all know, especially vividly, with guys, when you have trust, guys out there, it takes 1,000 years to build trust, right? And 1 second to lose it, you know, 1 second, you will lose all trust with Jackie. So the whole thing is that we fall in love, but the knowledge is outstanding, but we have to see them out there with what we do. I think that's what you're saying. I don't watch the prospects to fall in love with them, but the knowledge is outstanding. But we have to see them and see how they fit in the mix, right? Basically, yeah. So when you're talking about trust and you're talking about prospects and you're putting them out there, that's what all the draft is. We look at players from a college aspect and we try to figure out how much can we trust them on the next level. Basically, it takes 1,000 years to build trust and 1 second to lose it. Meaning that if you got this prospect out there, this is why the combine is so important. Your 40 time, your cone drill, whether or not you flunked the drug test, or whether or not you come in shape, those things, we trusting you with what we see. This is how a pastor would say, we trusting you what we see out there in tape. But we looking for to get the validations from your output that you're going to put out there in the field, and the validation comes from your pedigree of and you know, lineage, and you know, the skill, your inheritance, and all that stuff. That's what pedigree means. But we coming to look at, we trying to extract what we see from the tape and from the film, and we put you in the settings. Whereas you know you finna go from head to toe. We're gonna see how tall you are, how fast you run, how far you jump, and this is the validation part of the trust, or the verifying. I trust what you can bring out there as a prospect, but I want to verify what you can do out there on the field. So that's why the combine is so important, and that's why watching the film is so important. That's why when I look at a Gallup kid, I see the measurables there, right? We see that with the eyes. We see that he can compete against college level guys. We see he can compete against the Senior Bowl guys. But then there's another aspect of it. There's another step that he got to push and elevate himself when he's talking about he playing against a 3 to 4 year pro. Can he get the separation? Can he catch the ball smoothly with his hands? Or would he go back to the negative things that we saw on tape? And that's the problem. We can validate, we can see all through training camp. We can see with our eyes Dez Bryant getting separation, catching the ball, plucking it out of the sky. A T. Will, they say he's working on catching the tennis balls now. He's not catching the football, he's catching the tennis ball, so he can naturally catches the ball with his hands instead of allowing the ball to hit his body and frame and chest, right? We see that. We break that down on film, we break that down on tape. And then when the game come out there, right, when you're in a pinch, you go back to the bad habits that you normally do. And that's a problem. We see this same thing over and over and over and over again. They go back to the ways that they used to do when they before they got the full aspect of what we teaching them through training camp, right? So this is the problem with the Cowboy staff. We identify the problem, but we don't have the guy that can stand on a podium or the guy to look at the player in the eyes and say, okay, on this route, this is a button route, meaning that we want you to button hook just like the lines that go through the button. We want you to turn your body frame on this, or this is a back shoulder fade. You know what I mean? You didn't run that route, you know. That's okay. We're going to get him on the next round. No. This is a ball that's going to hit you right on the numbers. We want you to approach the ball. We want you to attack the ball. But if you allow the ball to get to your body, so many things can go wrong. The opposition that's behind you can drive down the ball. The recovery speed from the safety coming from the opposite angle or the linebacker can crash upfield. We want you to extend your hands and put your hands around the ball and catch the ball firmly and bring it in softly into your body, not too hard where the ball bounce off. But if a player don't do the small basics of catching and extending his ball, getting his feet down, or playing with leverage, playing with that type of temperament, and causes turnovers, and he don't get answered to on the sideline, he don't get benched, we're going to continuously have the same thing over and over again. Joey S., I like what you said. Like Jimmy Johnson, I appreciate what you're saying, putting that out there. Jimmy Johnson said, okay, the plane leaves at 9 o'clock. Come hell or high water, if it's 9:05, it's 9:06, I'm leaving you. I don't care who it is. And we got tape to validate that he says that. We got film. I put video out there. He said that. And guess what happened? Jimmy Johnson left Troy Aikman. Jimmy Johnson left Micah Irvin. I don't care, but I guarantee you, with every dollar that I have in my pocket, even his house deed and everything I have on to my life, if Dak Prescott late for a meeting and the plane leaves at 9 o'clock and he's late, then come hell and high water, the plane is not going to leave the ground until 9:15 to 9:30 till he get there. If Dez Bryant have tendonitis in his knee and he's not going to the doctors to have that looked out and have everything checked out so we know that you 100% ready for the football game is ready, and then you say, well, you know, I've been having this injury and I thought that I can fix this thing up myself. Jimmy Johnson would have pitched a tent and flipped everything over in that table if he knew that this guy was injured and not reporting the injury. But we don't have a coach that can look into the eyes of the player, regardless of their salary, regardless of how much money they make, or regardless of what they did to the franchise, and say, hey, damn it, you can't play on this team hiding evidence that can benefit the team. You see what I'm saying? Or can not benefit the team, but it can hurt the team. We need to have you in the room. We need to have our specialists. We've got doctor salaries that we pay $1 million to that can help your knee out. Or we got such and such to help you out with this. But if you don't have a coach that can look into the eyes and the heart and soul and to identify with the players, then we going back through the same mundane thing. We got to have a coach that can identify this information too. If we don't, then it's going to be the same thing. Sushi 817, shout out to Philly. They do deserve it. They do, you know. Like I said, second year quarterback, second year coach, a GM that was pushed and had all his players pried away from him. Look, if we was to lose less than half of the guys that the Eagles lost this year, we would have still came up with some type of excuse saying, okay, we lost because of this guy wasn't on the field. We lost because Sean Lee wasn't there. We lost because of this. You know what I mean? We will find that type of ruling to give us validation to say, okay, we all right, you know. Really long measurements is overrated. Mental is putting folks in positions and right systems. Not the OC, can run, design, players. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Measurables. The reason I'm not saying that I'm all in on the measurables guy. But what I'm saying is the measurables at least put you in the ballpark on the mindset of the player or the temperament of the player. And the reason what I'm saying is because we all know there's one measurement we can't measure, and that's the heart of a player and the tenacity of a player. We can't measure those things. But though there are certain traits that we can look at when you're looking at film and you're breaking down a player, there's a certain trait that you can figure out and say, okay, this kid got it, this kid don't have it, this kid is a dog, this kid is studying, this kid is doing his best to see if he can better his best, this kid is not giving up. We can see those small little things that we can see. Now what a coach does is he sees a player that's in his film room and studying, and he say, okay, this kid got a 4.3 speed, but yes, he's lacking on this aspect of his game, but he does have the measurables. I can actually put him in the box on this situation. I can blitz him, and this is where scheming comes into play. For example, a good thing to look at, I don't know if you guys all saw the game, but I think it was a 2-point conversion, or it was a 4th down play or something like that. And the one thing is, when you have the New England Patriots, a good defense, a good sound-minded defense that flies out to the ball, meaning they cover well out in space. The only way that you can get it to the touchdown in that small pocket of area, if you out-scheme them. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing to do with, is Nick Foles a Jerry Rice hands guy, right? Is Nick Foles a 4.3 guy? No, but he is a guy that you can scheme to get open. And that's what they did. They knew they played to the New England strength. Sometimes you don't have to play, you don't have to figure out what their weakness is on the defense. You figure out what their strength and you use and flip that against them. You know they like to fly out to the ball. You know they don't like to give up plays. You know they're a good, sound, disciplined team. So what they did was like almost a quadruple reverse, basically. And they got the ball open to Nick Foles to catch the ball. It was a brilliant play, brilliant design. It was thinking outside of the box. That's how you scheme to get open. It's not about, like you said, it's not about the measurables and not about the intangibles at sometimes, you know, or the tangible things. But what it is about collectively is how you can scheme to get a guy open. Now, there's a thing out there that was told, is that our coaching staff collectively don't really outsmart the opposition. When was the last time we said, you know what, Jerry Jones, I'm saying Jerry Jones, Jason Garrett orchestrated this team to a victory. He outcoached this team. You see what I'm saying? We really don't see that. And the thing is, with Jason Garrett, he's a good coach when everything is working. When he left Nate Newton too as well. That's good, Jackie. Yes, Dabo Sweeney is Terry. What about him? You know, he's looking for the play. See, I'm getting off topic. But the thing is with that, I want to be able to put this out there right now. Jason Garrett is good when he have all his parts are working. But I always use this as an analogy. He's like driving in a big city. As long as the GPS working, he can get you to A to Z. He can get you anywhere in the map. He can get you anywhere in the city. You want to go to Julio's? I can take you to Julio. You want to go to Glorious? Yeah, I can take you there. You want to go to the Galleria Mall? I can take you there. But if you take away the GPS, the guy don't know how to make no adjustments. He don't know how to say, hey, I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to this 7-Eleven. I'm gonna see if I can find another GPS to buy. You know, I'm gonna go to this 7-Eleven and see if I can ask somebody, do you know how to get to Glorious or Glorious, however you say that. I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven to see if they got a map, to see if I can look at the map. And then he gets the map. He's sitting there like, well, I'm just gonna dissect this map too much on this side of the city. You're in Garland, Texas. You need to get around to Fort Worth. You know what I mean? He don't know how to get onto the highways. That's who Jason Garrett is. He just don't know how to fix his mind and shift everything up to just being able to make those necessary adjustments. But we're going to have this one argument and say, well, he made adjustments in 2016 when Tony Romes got hurt and when this guy got hurt. Those were just outlandish good play by Ezekiel Elliott. And, of course, the quote-unquote, hey, who is this Dak Prescott kid? Is he a guy that's going to just dissect everything? We don't know. We don't have the book on him. We don't know what he's good at. We don't know what he's bad at type of situation for a whole year. Now What he did was he didn't change anything during the offseason. He said, I'm gonna take what works in 2016, and I'm just gonna get on that same plan for 2017. And we saw what happened. But at the same time, yes, what Italian Cowboys said, if everybody was healthy in 2016. Now you're talking about 2017. If everybody was happy, what would our record would be? We would just never know. I'm leaning more toward if Ezekiel Elliott was healthy all year, maybe we 10-6, maybe we was 11-5 year. You know, that's what I'm leaning on. If Ezekiel Elliott was not just healthy, but off the field, they didn't have any off the field issues and things of that nature. Byron Jones starting. Some Jeffrey Woodson, Byron Jones starting corner. Next season. I think you want to put that in there. I wish, you know, I can only hope that Chris Richards can say, hey, Byron Jones, you need to be our starter, you know. Hey, Law Nation, how would you feel if we hire who's that? Matt Canada? I have to look him up. I don't know who he is. Tell me who he is and I'll just be able to look him up. I'll Google him or what have you, but just let me know quickly of who he is. I don't know who Matt Canada is. Yes, Wilson, I do believe that Dak Prescott is going to get it back. He's a bump tackler. Yeah, MJ, you're talking about Byron Jones. That's why I say don't have him out there in space. Don't have Byron Jones as a free safety or playing strong or what have you. I think that Byron Jones can play. To me, he's a good press man cover corner. You know, put him down on the opposition. But don't worry about he shows that he got good speed to catch up with the receivers. Just put him down up close on the line, have him to jam the receiver, have the safety over the top, and bam, you have a good corner all around. Jim Harbaugh, Joey S. I would dream if Jim Harbaugh was coaching this team. Love them both, Jerry and Jason. Oh man, burn Joe Boo. Joe Boo, burn. Don't burn Joe Boo. I think Dabo is creative. This is from Terry Rendon. Yeah, I think so. He is as well. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, man, we already passed the 1 hour marker. I really thank everybody for tuning in to the show. You guys know that I'm gonna try to do a show again, live again this week. Oh man, Gracia, I appreciate the chivalry, but I know for sure that I don't have the time. But they would have to pay me some good money. Pretty much, I would do it pretty much probably for $3.99. You know what I mean? Coaching head coach for the Cowboys, that would be crazy, right? I have to set up a whole type of temperament of plays and everything. I have to put everything down. But hey, Law, watch film on UTEP guy. UTEP LB Alvin Jones. Really quick. Quick. What is that? Mike, Will. What does he play? Weak side. Sam. What does he play? Do UTEP play like a 3-4 defense? Let me know if you can, and I'll take a deep look at him. You know, Dallas have a lot of noise, and Dak has been listening. I hope Dak don't listen to the noise. Hope he turn off his podcast, turn down everything. Don't listen to me, Dak. Don't listen to me. But what the thing is, I want Dak Prescott to do this offseason: step through his throws, work on his pre-snap reads, find him a bread and butter play outside of the rollout. We all love a bread and butter play. All quarterbacks got him. I want him to work on his back shoulder fade. We really need that to have that down pack. Back shoulder fades are just like gold to a quarterback. The thing is how you're going to be able to get the back shoulder fade. Practice. Get Dez Bryant off the PlayStation and say, hey, homie, let's practice on his back shoulder fade. We know. Man, I just hate to throw salt and mud and dirt at this kid. T. Will, we know he can't catch the back shoulder fade because, you know, back shoulder fade requires extending your hand, shoulder, you get it, shoulder, fade, extend the hands. So we just know we only want that to practice. The thing is, strengths for T. Will, I think I said that on my last stream, is that, look, I'm supposed to be closing out, but see, you guys start asking me football questions. The thing is with T. Will, he can stretch the field, but he don't stretch the field vertically. He always stretch the field running a 9 or something like a slant, not a vertical route. maybe a skinny post, something like that, but not a vertical route. T. Will can stretch the field, but he gets upfield, turn on a dime. That's when you got to hit T. Will. Look at all of his plays. You probably won't find a vertical play by T. Will if it's not in the probably preseason, something like that, but you just don't really see that out of T. Will. Law Nation, can you have film on Will Hernandez? I'm working on it, man. Just chill. Give me time. I'm gonna have that film out there for you guys. I'm working on Hernandez. Jason, stay away from Dak. Oh man, don't spoil the kid, right? So we're gonna have to look at everything. I'm gonna try to have my phone line open so I can hear you guys' lovely voice on the phone too as well. You guys can voice your opinion, talk noise, talk mess about the team, talk what we're gonna have to do down the line and things like that. It's been very good talking to you guys, but I really gotta wrap up everything. Hey guys, don't forget, once the video has posted, post me your top 5 defensive guys, post me your top 5 offensive guys, post me your top 5 tight ends if possible too as well. Shout out time. I'll just give a shout out to the people names that I see. Believe it or not, let me see. Jackie Smith, you know who you are. Love you. Thank you for commenting. Jason G. Man, change your name, but thank you for coming out there, man. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be possible doing this show, right? The fans collectively, right? DJ Cobbs, Great Value, Clorox, you somewhere with me there. I saw you earlier. Shane, shout out to you. Joey, Cowboys fan, shout out to you. Jackie Walker, Texas Ranger, you know, shout out to everybody that's in the chat box too as well. I'm gonna give you a shout out to Vouch Lombardi. Don't forget to go follow his page too as well. He does film sessions, film breakdowns too as well, going over players in depth. Cowboys Nation, my Cowboys family, shout out to him. Space Cowboys, go follow his page too as well. Shango Live, Dallas Cowboys Show, go follow his page. Did I leave out the Godfather, Mark Holmes? Go follow his page. And Joe Boo, don't forget about him. Go follow his page. Sarah, shout out to you too as well. MJ, Shallow, Ty Tice, salute to you too as well, my guy Italian Cowboys. Take it easy from the Big Easy. Roy, shout out to you too as well. Fred Woods, Ethan Rhodes, shout out to you guys. You guys are making me very, very happy posting these videos, doing this talk thing that I talk, no breaks, just straight, right? Just straight, no chaser. You know, I'm just talking to you guys what I have on my mind, my heart, my soul, and all that good stuff. I really thank everybody. Who's that? Trio, Ryan, Ricky, shout out to you too as well. John, Donald, Devin, Gracia. Thank you everybody for tuning in to the Law Nation. It's been a pleasure. It's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours. I'm not gonna say it, not right now, but you guys know who you are. Even the haters. Philly Nation, ADP, Mighty E, Rog, I think I saw his name out there. Philadelphia, I think it's a YouTuber named Philadelphia. Shout out to you guys. I know how it feels. I witnessed 3 Super Bowls in my lifetime, and I'm still waiting on the 4th. I'm greedy. I know how you guys feeling. Enjoy the moment. Drink some Hennessy. Don't drink too much. If you can't take the hen, do some beer. If you don't do beer, do some wine. You know, and that help you grow in time to be the best fan of the fan nations out there, whoever of the team you supporting, you rooting for. You guys know how it goes, right? Smith fan number 22. Shout out to you too as well. Those are everything I had to think of. I'm trying to think. Shout out to my brother, Big Ben. You know, Ben Nation. He's a diehard Eagles fan. I don't know how he became an Eagles fan, but it's my big brother. He's an Eagles fan. He was fan before Donovan McNabb. He was fan when Cunningham was out there. So I know this moment for him is something special, right? Shout out to the guy who put the tattoo put that mess, man, all over his arm. You know, hope his arm's still there. You know, shout out to that guy too as well. I can't leave you guys without saying this. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Where my little backdrop sound at? You guys know I gotta put that out there on the fever for to the Mecca. Where is that? Here you go. Hmm.